Welcome to the Golf Report. I'm Harold Howe here at the Brantford Golf and Country Club with Club President Mark Moffatt. Mark, we're here today to talk power carts, specifically electric carts. And I was in the men's lounge the other day and I told the deal is done for a few $1 million to build this storage facility. Obviously, if I heard it there, it must be true.
Oh, it must be. If you hear it in the men's lounge, it must be true.
What is the story?
In a perfect world, Harold, that would be the truth. Unfortunately, with economic constraints and good common sense, that's not the truth. The truth is a committee comprised of 4 board members and 4 members at large have taken in 4 different quotes from 4 different construction companies and weeded it down to 2 at this particular point. And while I'm not prepared to talk about the exact amount of dollars right now, it's well below the amount you mentioned and well below $500,000. Our intent is to move ahead. We're still meeting as a committee to finalize the details, and our next step is to talk to the 2 final contractors individually.
So are we 80% there?
I would say 80% is a good figure. It would be our intent to have something to the total membership by the beginning of December. We thought about combining it with the regular annual meeting in January, but we thought this project deserved its own due.
So there'll be a separate meeting, information provided, and the membership votes on this.
That's correct. And the contractor who was chosen will be there to answer questions as well. We do intend to have a package out to the members, either on email or a hard copy if email is not available to everybody, to indicate what the parameters of the project are before that night. And that night will be information only and then a vote.
Right. So if the membership is presented with this and gives thumbs up, realistically, when would a spade go in the ground?
Oh, I think a spade would go in the ground as soon as February, but I mean, that depends on permits from the city and so on and so forth. We probably will not have the electric carts for the beginning of the season, in all honesty, to do the job properly, but we can go month to month on our current lease and bring the electric carts in when the facility is finished.
So it'd be about a 6-month turnaround?
Give or take, that's correct, yes.
For those who really don't have a feeling one way or another about going to electric carts, what's the rationale in moving that direction in the first place?
Well, there are several reasons. Environmentally, we have to do our part to get rid of the gas. Another factor, and one that people need to be aware of, in that in order to stay competitive with other private clubs in our business, we need to keep up with the Joneses, and that's what we need to do. It's a fact that electric carts are cheaper to operate. They cost the same as electric carts or as gas carts to buy or lease, and once you've been on a course that has electric carts, you'll understand the benefit of the lack of noise.
And of course there'll be a massive assessment for this.
None whatsoever. That's a pledge from me. I made that pledge to the board. I made that pledge to the committee, and I'm making that pledge to the membership today. There'll be no assessment for this whatsoever. If I can back up just a moment, we had an attempt last October to put together a plan, and there were 3 criticisms that came out of that plan. One was the feeling was we didn't have the money, which was not true. The other 2 concerns were logistics and a lack of return on investment. And that's why in this particular project, we've included a deck over the top that will attach to the current deck off the west end of the clubhouse to bring us a chance for a return of some revenue. Now, I'm not saying that it'll pay for itself, because it won't. But there'll be a revenue generating opportunity for us at that particular point.
So obviously we'd lose some of the putting green.
We'll lose maybe a little bit of putting green depending upon the final design of the structure. At this point in time, though, we only lose the 2 small trees adjacent to it.
And understand with the old pro shop, you're going to turn it into an Augusta-like cottage for members to stay over.
No, the pro shop will be coming down at some particular point. We haven't determined whether we're going to do that through the winter or as part of this project at this point in time. But that will be approved by the board. That will be coming down, and then we'll decide at some point what to do with that.
Okay, well, that puts us in the spotlight, I guess, and we know what's going on. So thanks very much, and we'll be watching to see the details on this project.
Thank you, Harold.
All right. Harold Howe with Mark Moffatt giving you the golf report.